Yes.
Got it. Okay. Lee, if you would give me
You can share. It's all yours.
okay. All right. Okay. This is what we've got so far for a for the ICS 201. I hope everybody's downloaded it. And this is the current version that I've got. It's got 12 pages. And I've taken, Joey reviewed this and gave me some information on the previous version of this. And so I've included as much as I can of his comments. And this is a whole new rendition of the ICS 201. And I've tried to use the terms that he told me to use in this. And I got the org chart from Lionel today. And so I've incorporated it into this document, and I sent it out as a separate document for everybody to enjoy. And this is, as best I can tell, the current ICS 201.
Michael, when did you send that out?
I put it in the group IO.
CERT? Okay, I know where it is. Thank you.
Okay. This is the, and here the red dots with the numbers in include the physical limitations that the levels that of physical activity that will be required for each of those positions. Now, the only thing I need to verify is resource summary. And it looks like most places they're asking for 2 members to be identified, but I don't know, depending on how many hams we get, I don't know if we're going to be able to put in all the team liaisons or the logistics chairman. So if we're lucky, we can have 2 for each person or each location. But if we can't, we'll have to have a pool of relief people that can provide coverage if people need to take a break. Now I've filled out the event station log based on the last year was 2020, I believe. And I've tried to incorporate all the changes that were done at that time. I've talked to Wayne, and I've got permission to use the talk-in frequency. The primary net and the backup net are being currently moved at this time. They're going to Atascocita Fire Department, Station 29. And the prime should be established within a week or two. It's supposed to be tested just before the CERT Rodeo. Now, there is a temporary repeater that can be provided by the communications trailer, and that may become the backup net. I haven't put that information in yet because I don't know if the prime's going to be installed. The secondary, the backup net, will not be installed, I believe, in time. But they could surprise me and have both of them installed. I've talked to, I believe it's Richard Driscoll, and he's the trustee for both the primary and secondary nets, the frequencies. But a lot of the simplex channels for the various ham teams or the various CERT teams is left over from the 2020 CERT Rodeo. That was the last one that we had. Okay. Now, the safety message and the plan will be provided closer to the rodeo itself so that we can get an accurate forecast. And the second yellow highlighted area there is because I don't know if we're going to end up with another COVID variant or not. So that's going to be, it may be taken out at a later date. And then the ICS 214, the individual activity log. Everybody is going to have to fill one of those out as we go through the day. And that's it. That's as far as I have gotten. I don't know if there's any other forms that I need. Since this is my first time at this, and I've never been a ham at the CERT Rodeo. I've always been in the CERT organization. So I'm winging it here.
So can I ask some questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, so from what I understand, Rural Pack will not be there this year. You know that that's true or not?
I have not heard.
Okay, I don't think that he'll be there. So someone has to fill the role that he did for the event. He was always the talk-in person. So we should have a talk-in person lined up. Whose comms trailer is it?
It's Baytown, I believe.
Okay, so do you know if that's going there on Friday?
Yes,
And-
well, it's
and-
gonna be there Saturday morning.
Okay, so if well, I didn't know if they were gonna go there on Friday, and so is it what's his name? Is it a CERT trailer? I can't remember.
No, I think it's a an emergency. It's an Aries trailer, I believe.
Okay. So maybe Baytown Shannon knows all about it. So usually Earl would be there probably at 5 o'clock in the morning and be on the talk-in frequency. And also he would have some sort of a computer up, I believe. That way he could see any kind of weather. And if someone called on the talk-in frequency, he could maybe, or if they were lost, give directions, give some kind of weather update, or do anything at all. But Earl provided that. And then it went into a series of different net controls the rest of the day.
The talk-in frequency can be utilized by anybody that's at home that
That's
can
right.
hit the repeater. Ken Hall is providing the trailer
Okay,
along with Shannon Hager.
right. That's the guy called Baytown Shannon.
Okay. They will bring the trailer down. They're gonna have the trailer at the CERT Rodeo at about 6 a.m. that morning.
Okay,
But they both will stay for the whole day.
okay.
So that's part of the that's the communication. Now,
Mike, can I ask a question real quick?
yes,
Can you roll back to the 205, the comms plan, the frequency list?
Okay.
Or roll down, wherever it is? I noticed that you've got a frequency that's only 5K off of the national simplex frequency. I just didn't know if that was intentional or
Which one?
I'm not sure. I don't see it at this point. It's not on my screen anymore. I think it's 10. I'm not sure. What is the national simplex call-in frequency, Jeff?
5.2.
5.2.
So
Yes,
it's number 9.
Number 9. I mean, I don't remember that being a problem in years past, the 2 years that I did it, but I just didn't know if you were aware of that or not. I don't know that it would be a problem for low power radios on simplex, but just so you're aware.
Okay. I was not aware. But we can probably change that if you think it's too close.
So it's been my experience that on handheld radios, it's not a problem. A lot of times when I'm in the parking lot and if someone is using low power on their HT, I can't hear them. Everybody needs to be on high power all the time on an HT.
Okay.
I would hear a lot of one-way conversations. I'd hear Earl talking because he has a huge antenna, and somebody else with a little 2-inch antenna couldn't hear them at all.
Well,
Let me
anyway,
make
I just bring it up because I just wasn't sure if you were aware of that or not. And I depend on people like, Jeff and the rest of these veterans for this to know if it's ever been a problem or not.
No, and it's even possible that Team D will not use that frequency at all. There's a high probability that they will not.
Okay. Let me make some notes. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
I have a question. Do you know how many people have signed up to do the event on the Aries side?
No, sir.
Who has access to that data?
I can, well, right now it's Lee and I. But I've also got the other website that Alfred set up that is a couple of, it's a Google document. And it's a spreadsheet, and I don't know how many people have signed up on that spreadsheet.
So
I've been
could you find out and let us know,
Yes, sir.
please?
I've been concentrating on the groups IO that Lee set up for us,
Yeah.
because that's easiest to,
And I can actually put that data on the groups.io as a database. I just don't have access to that database in order to migrate it.
okay. The problem is that it goes back to 2014 or something.
Yeah.
So it's been continuing, it's continually updated every year.
Well, if we had enough time, Kirk and I could put it all in the cloud like we did for the MS 150 and with individually downloadable elements to it and security and all that other stuff. Unfortunately, we're a little bit late in the game now, but it's something to think about for next year, including the logs and the info and everything else can all be housed and pull downable for anybody.
Okay.
We'll talk. We could still do an online log or logs for the event for this year. I'm sure Kirk is saying, oh God, he's giving me more work now and shaking his head. But like I said, we can do that. We implemented it for the 150 and I just implemented it for Northwest Aries in District 14. So it's really kind of easy stuff for us. And we're more than happy to do an online log for you as well.
Okay. Going forward, I think the groups IO is a better solution.
Good. Feel free to give me the $10 a month, half price for what I pay. I can call Jen and see if Jen and Jenny want to give us $20 a month to host that.
Well, it is nice using it. And
So
I
this is
thank you
Kurt
for
Tallman with some information.
that. Okay.
George Fletcher, AD5CQ, is gathering information and gathering volunteers in District 14 Southeast and Galveston County.
Okay,
Just FYI.
For the CERT Rodeo?
Yes, sir. He has asked those of us in those two areas to sign in through him. I gave him my sign in today.
okay.
To be honest, Mike, I don't even know myself where the sign up is for the CERT Rodeo, the real one, let alone how how Southeast is getting information, how all that's tying together. I've never, Al told me a lot of things, but he never told me anything like that, where that information is coming from, where that sign up is hosted, where the database comes from. And, you know, if different parts of Harris County are doing volunteer wrangling independently, we should probably look to get everybody on the same page at some point.
Yeah, that would be good. I know George, I mean, he's worked the CERT Rodeo for many years. And we've worked with him in Galveston County for many years. And so he's take on the responsibility to sell the CERT Rodeo here within Galveston County and Harris County Southeast, looking for volunteers. So I know he's asked us to register through him, and I did so today. And he said some others had, so he's already worked, he's got some assets that will be there for you.
All right, so that seems that Mike needs to reach out to George. And Kurt, I don't get to talk to you very often, just as an aside, having nothing to do with this. I want to thank you in person for what you do for District 1. You the man.
Oh, well, thank you. Wow.
The George is not going to be at the rodeo this year.
Okay, but he's handling the pre-work. I think he'll hand that off, but I'm sure he must know to hand it to you, Michael, I would think. But I hadn't checked with him on that. If it gets down to it, if you guys have issues with that, contact me and I know how to contact George, although I'm sure Jeff does. He's worked with
Yeah.
George for many years.
I was going to send the 4 ECs in Harris County the information that I posted on Groups IO back in the early days when we were setting this up to try and get them to broadcast it to their groups.
Yeah, we're working on that during our nets down here in Galveston County, which includes some of the number of folks who are in the 14 Southeast. We advertise the CERT Rodeo multiple times a week.
Thank you. Okay, guys.
Wow, did your
Heather-
head just get big?
Okay.
Sure, when I
So-
see you just joined the groups.io. You're muted, but I'm sure you're saying you did. So If actually, let me put the sign up address in chat just in case anybody else here is not in the groups.io CERT Rodeo. We have two. Hold on. Admin, invite. Main. Subscribe. Copy email address. All right, I'm going to put this in chat to everybody. You can either go to groups.io and search for CERT Rodeo, or you can just click or send an email to that list and that will subscribe you. Sherwin found it without a problem. So this way you guys can be in the loop for notifications should Mike send them out. And all the documentation that Mike has put out is available in the files section. The calendar obviously just has the actual CERT Rodeo and the Zoom meetings on it. And the databases, obviously, we're going to work on. We'll put the assignments there, Mike. I'm assuming once you get everything wrapped up as far as who's doing what, we can put a SQL table in there and everybody can see what their assignment is going to be before the fact. We could also put the 205 as a tabled database and you can change that on the fly.
Okay. Because everybody needs to program their radios.
Yes, and I will, as I did last couple of years, I will do Anytone and Motorola 6550 and 7550 code plugs. I can also do other ones through exports if somebody needs something customized. I'm more than happy to do that if they let me know in advance. So I will put the Anytone 878 and 868 code plugs in the files area. If anybody needs.
Okay.
By the way, if anyone's doing the ComT task book, that's a good ComT task, is to support the radios and the programming.
Sure is. And if I watch you on the Zoom channel doing it, I will sign you off on it.
Michael, where did you put the IAP and stuff? I don't see a files folder underneath this CERT Rodeo Groups IO.
I've put it. The only thing that has changed since the last version of the IAP is the organization chart, and I just sent that to everybody today. But
where are you? Hold on. CERT Rodeo Groups IO main files. I can't see it. I'm not seeing it. Let me go look again.
Once you get to the file section, just click the
I got it.
created line and that'll.
It wasn't showing up on the left as a file subfolder.
I think he only put in one folder. I don't think he had a subfolder. Did you, Mike?
no, I don't.
Yeah, there should be you just sort by created or updated, and you'll see that March 10th, the one I've got circled on the screen, is the latest 201.
Yeah.
The only thing that's changed is the org chart since then.
No, I'm talking about if you're in CERT Rodeo groups.io/main, you don't see off to the left, you don't see a menu or option to select files. It doesn't show up.
If you're a member of the group, it doesn't show up.
Well, it's not for me. Let me go back. Let me get rid of the /files. No, just go back. Okay, I'm out in CERT Rodeo.groups.io/g/main, and I am not seeing a files option.
You don't see what's on the screen to the left?
Nope.
Okay,
And I don't know why. That's what.
let's find out right now. So Sherwin, you are a member. You're right there. And you've got individual messages, which is normal. You should not be moderated. And as far as files are concerned, let me take a look at it and I'll let you know in a second.
I'm not seeing it. I can't see anything to click on to see it. I see the calendar.
I'm checking now. Hold on. Allow sponsorships. No. Yeah, I'm showing that all members have access to the files. Member directory, chat, subgroups, database, files. Members can view, moderators can upload. So,
Lee,
since you're a member, you should be
Lee,
able to, yes, sir.
the CERT Rodeo at groups.io is the one that you sign in to get the files.
That may be the problem, is I'm not signed into that. I'm signed in and I show that.
Yeah, well, if you sign in to groups.io and you click the pull down to the right of groups.io that says your groups, and you go to certrodeo.groups.io, you should see this page. Well, this page here. And you'll see you won't see admin, obviously. You won't see this right here, but you'll see everything else. You should see the wiki, the databases, files, photos, calendar, everything else. But you've got to be signed in up here to groups.io.
I think that main plus subscribe that you posted, Lee.
Yes, that's right here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the other way of doing it is to just go to this. I'll put that in chat as well, and then sign up for that group. In other words, use that as the HTML link and go to that on a browser, and then just choose to subscribe. But you do need a groups.io login. I think you can use your Google, your Apple, your other Facebook, all that other stuff. And that will allow you access to all the stuff, all the goodies. There's no restriction on who can join. In other words, it's not moderated, so I don't have to approve people. You don't have to approve people, Mike. Anybody who actually goes to the group and hits subscribe is automatically gets access to all the cookies. So I see Gus is in there. Luke. Yeah, there's 25 members. And our subgroup of meteorology is hosted by Gail. If anybody wants to be part of the meteorology subgroup, there's only 4. Gail, Al Perez, myself, and you, Mike, are in the meteorology subgroup.
Yep.
But I'm putting Sherwin in it because he has no choice. Sherwin, you were actually already Sherwin, you were actually already part of the group. You were just under a different email. I think you were under PO Box. Now you're under Yahoo. So I'm updating you on both emails.
Get rid of the Yahoo. I don't want to use that.
You don't want to use Yahoo anymore? 'Cause I never know what email to send to you. I always send it to both.
PO Box is the one I always use for me. It'll get to me on Yahoo, but it also will get to me on PO Box.
Well, I always send it, when I send something to you, I send it to both because I never know which one you're gonna use.
The problem is a lot of times I'll send an email from my iPad and I can't control what it uses for the return address, and I'm using Yahoo Mail on my Apple boxes.
Right.
If you use PO Box, that's a forwarding service, and it will forward it to my AT&T account and my Yahoo account. So I get it everywhere if you send it to PO Box. But I can't override it. It's Apple's fucked up software. You can't go in like you can with Outlook and tell it to use a certain return address.
Gotcha. Now I will keep that in mind from now on. I will not send to Yahoo.
Really, the other thing is Yahoo has got a really good spam. Catches a lot of crap for me. PO Box, I'm sorry, I said Yahoo, PO Box.
Lee, quick question on meteorology. What do you need to do for that?
That would be a question for the young lady knitting Dobby's hat behind Sherwin.
Hello, young lady.
What was the question?
Meteorology, what is that group? What are the requirements or what's needed?
So we're monitoring the weather as the day goes on for any unexpected changes that could impact the participants.
Got it.
Basically what we were going to do is we were going to set up a laptop in the command post trailer that was going to have a real-time radar. And Al, before he left the group, was going to jury rig some kind of lightning detector to put outside and all this. And it kind of got a little bit out of control. And then he left. So basically what I was going to do is just give Gail a laptop connected to 5G. So we didn't have to worry about losing the internet connection of the trailer, because I'm not sure what the trailer has as far as Wi-Fi. I was just going to give her a laptop with a 5G connection connected to my real-time weather radar that I get from Homeland Security, and it was just going to show it. And I explained that, you know, the best way of finding out is to stick your head out of the trailer and look up. If there's no clouds, there's no need for the subcommittee. But
Lee,
this is Texas, you know.
Lee, three things real quick. First off, I'm doing triage. Second, I've got 2 lightning detectors. And the third thing is if you do my radar and turn on the lightning, it shows you real-time lightning in lightning flashes on the clouds.
Well, there you go. That's like the Texas A&M project we use for the MS-150. They have something similar to that. You want to use your system? I'm more than happy to put that in the command post.
I'm just offered up because I'll be over at triage, but I can monitor my lightning detector, et cetera.
Well, there you go. So we will hook up.
Good.
And I'll make sure that Gail and the weather masters in the trailer get that data in real time.
Yep. Check me on the list if you've got it open. If you don't,
I will absolutely put you on that list. Let's
thank
see.
you, sir.
Admin members. You're a member of main subgroups. Let's put you in meteorology. There you go. You are now a member of the meteorological subgroup.
Good. We won't need my radiation detector though.
Hey, you work with Gail. Gail's all about the weather. She sews a mean sock.
If there ever is
she's-
radiation, the weather will be a big part of where it goes.
Yeah. all I know is if the weather gets really bad, I just duck into the fire tower or the mop with Joey and Jen and not have to worry about it.
And don't touch the stairwell.
And don't touch the stairwell.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Back to you, Mikey.
I guess that's about it. Unless somebody has any more questions.
Thanks, Michael.
Michael, when you look into your screen there with your glasses, you always reminded me of the kids back in the early 70s with the blue granny glasses. You may not be able to see it on this side, but
Well, these are my computer glasses.
cool. Of course, then they found out that the dark blue ones wouldn't allow you to see the red light. So you'd pull up to a traffic light and everything was black.
All right, with
Yeah.
that, I'm going to stop the recording. Jeff Walter, please do not leave.